Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm a hotel AI expert, and I'm really pleased to be here to guide you, the students of Europe Hotel School, through something absolutely critical in modern hospitality: how to truly master your hotel's distribution strategy so you can drive more of those profitable direct bookings.
So let's just start with a really fundamental question, one that gets right to the heart of hotel revenue management. When a guest books a room, where does all that money actually go? You might think it's simple, but the answer is a lot more complex, and it has a massive impact on a hotel's bottom line. Take a look at this number, 15 to 25%. That's the typical commission a hotel pays out to a third-party booking platform, an online travel agency or OTA, for every single reservation they help bring in. Just think about that. For every, say, 5 rooms booked through one of these channels, the revenue from one whole room, it's gone. It goes straight to the intermediary. That is a substantial cost.
Okay, so here's our game plan for today. We're going to break this down into 5 key parts. We'll start by really defining this commission conundrum. Then we'll get into the good stuff, the power of direct bookings. After that, we'll tackle the visibility paradox, figure out how to build an irresistible direct offer, and finally, learn how to master the whole mix for a winning strategy.
All right, let's dive right in. The commission conundrum. It's like a financial tightrope that every single hotel has to walk these days. On one hand, these third-party channels, they bring in a ton of guests. But on the other, they do it at a really significant price. So what's the alternative? Well, that's where the direct booking comes in. This is our most important term for today. It's any reservation that comes straight to you. No middleman, no commission. Getting this concept down is the absolute foundation of a more profitable revenue strategy.
Okay, now let's talk about the power of direct. Because when a hotel owns the reservation, it unlocks these huge advantages that go way, way beyond just saving a few bucks on commission fees. This slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? The difference is night and day. With a direct booking, you keep 100% of the revenue, you get all the guests' data, and most importantly, you own that relationship. Go through an intermediary, and all 3 of those crucial assets are either watered down or completely controlled by someone else. And let's talk about that guest data for a second, because it's a strategic goldmine. It's what allows you to turn a one-time visitor into a loyal, long-term fan of your brand. You can personalize everything from the emails they get before they arrive to remembering they like a corner room on their next visit. That's how you build real, sustainable loyalty. So you're probably thinking what I'm thinking, right? If direct bookings are so much better in every single way, why not just cut out the intermediaries completely? Well, it's a great question, and the answer reveals this really important paradox in modern hotel distribution. It is so tempting to think this way. I mean, a world with 100% direct bookings sounds amazing, but here's the catch. Going purely direct can actually make your hotel invisible to a massive chunk of potential guests. Let's look at why. You have to remember, these platforms are absolute marketing powerhouses. They spend billions of dollars to attract travelers from all over the world. So for a guest who's planning a trip to a city they've never been to, where do they start? An OTA. You have to think of them as a giant, unavoidable digital billboard for your hotel. Okay, so here's the puzzle we need to solve. We need those intermediaries for discovery, right? But we want the booking to be direct. So how do we bridge that gap? Well, we have to create a direct booking channel that is so compelling, so packed with value, that guests actually choose to book with us instead. And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. Today's travelers are smart, they're savvy, they look at their options, and they weigh the pros and cons. Our job isn't to trick them, it's to genuinely offer them a better deal and a better overall experience when they come directly to us. And the good news is, we can break this down into a pretty simple framework. We can build our value proposition around 3 core pillars. First, pricing that is both competitive and totally transparent. Second, booking policies that give guests a sense of security and flexibility. And third, those little perks and benefits they just can't get anywhere else. So here's what that looks like in the real world. Under pricing, something like a best rate guarantee is huge. It builds instant trust. For policies, offering a more forgiving cancellation policy if they book direct can be a massive decision maker. And for benefits, even a simple offer like a free late checkout or a welcome drink adds that special touch of exclusivity. But of course, all these fantastic offers need a home, and that home is your hotel's website. You have to think of it as your digital front door, your online lobby. It has to make a perfect first impression. Because if it's slow or confusing or just looks dated, travelers will lose confidence in a heartbeat and run right back to the familiar comfort of an OTA.
And then there's the booking engine itself. This part is so important. The journey from a guest selecting their dates to getting that confirmation email, it has to be absolutely seamless. Any little bit of friction in this process, a confusing layout, a surprise fee, a clunky payment page, you risk losing that customer right at the finish line.
All right, let's bring all these pieces together. The ultimate goal isn't to wage war on intermediaries. It's about building a smart, balanced, and dynamic distribution ecosystem where every single channel is playing a strategic role for your hotel. And this really requires a shift in how you think about it. You gotta get away from the us versus them mindset. It's not direct versus intermediary. It's about building a holistic portfolio and leveraging the unique strengths of every channel to get the best, most profitable outcome. This is a fantastic picture of what that kind of balanced portfolio can look like. See, your direct website is a huge, strong component, but it works with OTAs for market reach, with your voice reservations team for high-touch service, and with the GDS for corporate travel. Every channel has a purpose. And this timeline, this is really the holy grail. It shows you the perfect synergy in action. A guest discovers you on an OTA, fine. But then they have an amazing stay because your team provides excellent service. Afterwards, you follow up with a personalized email, offering a little something extra if they book their next stay directly with you. And just like that, you've turned an expensive one-time acquisition into a profitable, loyal guest. Okay, so let's quickly recap the main points. Number 1, high commissions seriously eat into your profits. 2, direct bookings are where you build those profitable long-term guest relationships. 3, you still need intermediaries for discovery and visibility. 4, the guest's perception of value is what drives their final decision. And finally, number 5, balance. A smart, balanced mix is the ultimate strategy for success. So I'll leave you with one final thought to chew on as you move forward in your careers. We've talked about the landscape as it exists today, but with all the incredible advancements in AI, personalization, and marketing technology, how do you think this balance of power might shift in the next 5 or 10 years? This is the exciting, dynamic world you're all about to lead. Thank you so much for your attention today. Mastering distribution truly is a cornerstone of modern revenue management, and we are absolutely committed to supporting your journey as you become the future leaders of this incredible industry.